So this is my solar pool pump installation. Just installed.
There's some details on it here. It's 48 volts, a max head of 15, 500 watt power stroke, the equivalent of 0.75 horsepower.
Pump is installed in, well, I guess parallel, to the 240 volt pump. Just installed today. It's got the MPPT controller up here, which controls the speed and whether it runs or not. It's just attached to the wall. So next to the chlorinator. And so what I've done is the original. This is the original 240 volt pump, and that was a set alone. So what I've done is got the input from the pool. It travels along here, and then it's got into one of these three-way diverters. So you can either separate it from the 240 volt pump or out to the solar pump just there. Obviously that's the sand filter for it. So when you're not using the 240 volt pump, you close it off to this side. It'll feed directly into the solar pool pump, and then that obviously runs up through there. And what I've done is put another diverter up here, which stops the water going down back into the 240, and then puts that straight into the sand filter, and it does what it needs to do up there. When it's done up there, it either goes backwash and out to the street, or comes up to the chlorinator, and then it pumps it directly back down into the pool. Now I've got the chlorinator is still running on 240. You have to leave that on 240 volt. So that just set to come on at for like 6 hours a day at the moment or whatever. So that's the setup there. But basically what I've done is you get either one that runs down to the pump, which is that one, and then one that runs to the solar panel. So this thing runs directly off solar panels. You don't need any battery system for it. So what I've done with this one is run it out the back there. A bit hard to see, but and it runs across here and then out this way underneath the garden, and then it comes up the top here. And some of this is part to do with the solar pool pump, and it runs on top of the shed. And on top of the shed, got 4 190 watt panels that power this thing. It is extremely quiet compared to the 240 volt pump, and it's variable speed, DC, brushless motor. It's running flat out at the moment, and that's back to the MPPT controller. You can actually control the speed on it as well. So it'll turn off the MPPT and it'll drop it down to 4, and then right the way down to 1. So it's hardly pumping anything at all, but there's hardly any noise coming out of this thing. Put it back up to the MPPT, and we'll just let the MPPT control the actual pump. This 240 volt pump, it's a direct replacement for this 240 volt pump, so you can actually either take the 240 out completely and then just run it completely off the solar, or you can do what I did. And the reason that I've done it this way is that so that when we get some fairly heavy storms here, so at night time, if the pool gets over too full, I can come out here when the solar pump's not working, because there is no sun, and then if we need to, we can backwash using the 240. I'm still going to leave that 240 in there to do proper cleaning of the pool. I'm just not sure as to the pumping strength when cleaning using the solar at the moment. Basically the 240, I've done some calculations, and I think the 240 volt pump is probably costing somewhere in the vicinity of about 80 Australian dollars a month. The solar pool pump should take care of that bill completely, so there's no residual or ongoing cost associated with the solar pool pump. It just does its thing from sun up to sundown. It hasn't got far to run to get to the shed there where the solar's on. So yeah, it's pretty easy to install. You don't need a electrician to come out to do anything with the actual solar pump. The installs with DC, so you're looking at low voltage. This one's a 48 volt, and as long as you can do some plumbing and come up with a plan, you'll be able to get this into your place pretty easy. Anyway, thanks for watching. I just wanted to document what I've done, and probably, as I said, going to save quite a bit of money in the short term. So the return on investment's great. Anything to do with solar is always good with the return on investment. So I think the pump itself costs just over 600 Australian dollars, and then I had the panels on the shed there. I've just had them. I think I've maybe bought them for about 20 bucks each. They're 190 watt panels. There's only 4 of them that are running this. The plumbing is hardly anything. So realistically, for less than $1,000, you can replace your 240 volt pump, which is costing you a lot of money, with one of these, and obviously you're going to be assisting the environment as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.